I've had my Model Y for just over a month now, and I've already put over 2,000 miles on the vehicle so far. And honestly, I love this car. I can't say enough good things about it. I love that it's all electric and that there's instant torque when I'm accelerating, and the fact that I don't ever have to go to another gas station again. And of course, it has one of the most advanced autopilot programs out there. These are just a few of the things that make owning this Model Y an absolute joy. But as a personal finance channel that wants to help you make the best purchase decision when it comes to determining whether or not you should own this Tesla vehicle, I wanted to make sure I highlighted these 9 negative things as well, so that you can get a picture of some of the things that aren't so great about this car. Now, please keep in mind that as someone that absolutely loves this car, these 9 things may seem minor, but they're definitely things that bother me on a regular basis. So hang with me while I walk you guys through the 9 things I hate about the Model Y. Welcome back to Daniel's Brew. So starting off with number 1, there's no sunglass holder in the Model Y. Typically in most vehicles, especially those in the luxury class, there's normally a dedicated sunglass holder right about here. But in the Model Y, there isn't one. Now, we can always put our sunglasses in the middle console compartment, which is what my wife and I usually do. But coming from a car that used to have one of these slots, I kind of miss this feature. The second thing I don't like about my Model Y is that once the car goes to sleep after being parked for a while, it can take as long as 30 seconds for the car to wake up. Now, this is most annoying for me when I have groceries or a package in my hand and I want to access the mobile app and remotely open the trunk. Or if I happen to be away from my car but I want to turn on the AC or the heater to prepare the cabin before I go into the vehicle, it could be a bit annoying to have to wait 30 seconds to give that command to the car. Now, honestly, this isn't too big of a deal to have to wait 30 seconds, but it is a minor inconvenience when you're in a rush. This next one, however, does bother me quite a bit. Whenever I'm parking in a parking lot, I usually back into my spaces. But ever since I got my Model Y, I've noticed that I've been parking slightly crooked, which is something that never really happened to me before. I thought to myself, maybe it's because I'm just not used to the size or the dimensions of the Model Y yet. And as I keep driving and parking, I'll learn to adjust to the parameters of the vehicle. Well, as it turns out, my sense of perception wasn't off. I actually found out that the placement of the backup camera is not truly centered. Take a look here. As you can see, the camera is to the left of the Tesla logo on the back trunk gate. And when you take a measuring tape to it, you can see that the camera is displaced about 2 inches from the logo. And because the backup cam is a wide view fisheye lens, where the warping of the edges are exaggerated to provide the widest viewing angle, this slight misalignment really causes a perception issue for me. Now, I'm sure as time goes by, I'll eventually get used to it, but truthfully, as someone who likes symmetry and congruence, it actually bothers me quite a bit that Tesla designed their backup cam system this way. Next, the Model Y sports this gorgeous one-piece glass roof that spans almost the entire length of the cabin, but as a result, it doesn't have a sunroof that can open up to the outside. Now, it's a fair compromise to have a beautifully solid glass pane as your roof, but on a bright sunny day, sometimes you just want to pop the top. The next gripe I have about the Model Y is the front trunk, otherwise known as the Frunk. I know a lot of YouTubers have issues with this one, and they wish that it would be fully powered and have an automatic opening and closing mechanism, and I think that'd be cool too. But for me, the core issue I have with the Frunk is a bit more simple, related to how you command the Frunk to be opened. You see, to open the Frunk when you're outside of your vehicle, the only way to do this is to open up the Tesla app, hit the Frunk icon on the center of the screen, and then this warning pops up asking you to confirm your selection. Which I guess is a smart precaution, just in case you accidentally hit this button when your phone is in your pocket, and then only when you confirm does it pop open the Frunk. This means that when I'm walking back to my car with my hands full of groceries, I have to fumble to get my phone out, open the app, and then give it 2 commands to open the Frunk to my Model Y. It's an inconvenience that's unique to Teslas at the moment because other gas-powered cars don't have Frunks, as that's where their engines would go. For gas cars, their main cargo area is in the back trunk, where most crossover vehicles have a power liftgate button that can easily be pressed to automatically open the gate. But with Teslas having no engines and converting this upfront space into a second cargo area, it poses the question of how effectively to engage it when you're outside of the vehicle. I'm not sure if having a button or a sensor of some sort in this front area would make sense here, and I guess the best solution they could come up with for now was to have the app be the control mechanism for opening this Frunk. But it just makes it a little bit inconvenient to use this space when you're approaching your car. Number 6 on this list is a very minor issue that would probably only affect a certain percentage of people out there. But I found on my Model Y that you can't remove the headrests in the back seats. Now, why would someone want to do that, you ask? Well, for those of us with babies or toddlers that install car seats in the back row, in order to snugly fit the car seat into place, it might help to have the headrests removed to give it a little bit of extra clearance to the top of the baby seat. Now, it helps keep the seat flushed against the back and the bottom of the back row, allowing for more of a secure fit. In the Model Y, these headrests aren't designed to be removable, so this isn't an option. Again, pretty minor issue and only relevant for a certain percentage of the population. But for those of you that know what I mean, it would have been really nice to be able to remove these headrests. Now, at number 7, I was actually surprised that this didn't make it into the Model Y's standard features. Apparently, when you order a Model Y, it doesn't come with HomeLink, the tool that lets you program your garage door opener into your car. Just about every luxury car brand has this as an included feature in their models, but on the Model Y, this is a $300 upgrade. That means in order to open your garage, you have to carry a regular garage door opener with you, as opposed to having that programmed into your car. Not a deal breaker, obviously, but it would have been nice to have. Number 8 on this list is the fact that the Tesla Model Y doesn't have any overhead handles. This again is standard on almost every regular vehicle, and it's a handy tool to grab when you're taking tight turns or getting in and out of the car. I really only noticed this when I was sitting in the passenger seat when my wife was driving the vehicle, and honestly, I don't use it all that much, but this is supposed to be a luxury car, and the fact that these handles are missing just feels a little bit odd to me. And lastly on this list, we have the wiper fluid distribution system on the front windshield. Now this is interesting. Typically, the wiper fluid distribution on your windshields happen from specific outlets that are placed on the hood. In the case of the Model Y, these nozzles are actually built into the wiper system. So as the wipers are moving, the mechanism here releases the fluid in the path of the wipe. It's a cool innovation, but what that means is that the wipers start moving first and the blades are traveling while the fluid is being dispensed, as opposed to the fluid being released first, a split second before the wipers are activated, like in most cars. Now, why does this matter? Well, if you have something on the windshield that can smear, like dead bugs or tree sap, etc., not having the wiper fluids come out first might cause the debris on your glass to smear, requiring you to wipe even longer and expend even more fluid than you might have thought. It's only happened to me once, but when it did, it was pretty annoying. So that's it. Those are the 9 things that I hate about my Model Y. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, overall I truly love this vehicle, so even these 9 negative things that I've discovered really don't affect my overall enjoyment of this vehicle. But as they are things that bother me on a regular basis, I wanted to make sure that if you were a prospective owner looking to see if this Model Y is right for you, you had the visibility to these things as well. And if you're a current Model Y owner, well, maybe you can relate with me and think, man, I'm not the only one bothered by these things. So that's it for today's session of Daniel's Brew. If you're looking to purchase a Model Y, or any other Tesla for that matter, you can take advantage of my Tesla referral code to get 1,000 free supercharger miles credited to your account, simply by clicking on my link below or entering this code on the reservation form when you order any Tesla vehicle on their website. And if you guys found this video helpful, please hit that like button for me so that we can get this video in front of more viewers like you. And if you'd like to share this video with all your friends and family, all you have to do is go down and hit the share button down by the title bar of the video, just above the subscribe button. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know exactly when I drop a new video on my channel. And lastly, if you'd like to see what my favorite Tesla accessories are, you can check them out below in the description section. So thanks again for joining me today, and we'll see you next time on Daniel's Brew.